Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Uh, Hey everyone, this is Adam, and we are presenting for Group 2 for this week. And we would like to present the AI-based financial forecasting for Costco Wholesale Corporation. And my colleagues are part of this presentation, and we'll walk you through the analysis for Costco's financial health, advanced forecasting techniques that we have applied, and our projections for the company, as well as the key risks they face. Next slide, please. So let's talk a little bit about Costco. Costco is a Costco has been a powerful business model, and it has a very impressive financial history. Costco was founded in 1983 and has grown to over 900 warehouses worldwide. The success is built on membership-based model, a bulk sales model, which fosters incredible customer loyalty and provides a highly stable and predictable source of revenue. This model has fueled remarkable growth from the year, if you can see, 2020 to 2024, revenue has climbed from $166 billion to $254 billion. Oh, and 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 more importantly, this growth has translated to the bottom line, with net income rising from $4 billion to over $7 billion in the same period. This performance is underpinned by the strong operational efficiency and a highly integrated supply chain. In 2024 alone, the company generated over 13 million in operating cash, giving it a lot of significant growth and cash flow. The chart on the right is from Tableau, and it represents how the company's revenue has grown over last 5 years. This data was taken from the SEC's website, and and it shows a linear, I would say, or a little bit, yeah, a linear and a steady growth over the years. Next slide, please. This slide represents the key ratios and profitability dashboard. As you can see, the image to the left shows ROE and ROA trends, as well as the current ratio and debt to equity ratio, which we plotted on Tableau. And we also did some margin comparisons. This data is all taken from the data analysis, the data gathering, which we got from the publicly traded company and the SEC website. And then we took that data and put it in Tableau and plotted all these plots and created dashboards for the same. And the plot on the right represents the operating versus net income over operating versus net income. And as you can see, it has grown over time, as well as the margin for net profit, gross margin, and operating margins. They're also represented in this plots. Uh, so uh, these visualizations they provide a very clear picture of the data and the data that is behind their growth. Next slide, please. Now, going to the forecasting techniques, there are three different techniques that we have kind of tried to implement. The first being Tableau exponential smoothing. Then we also did some linear regression trend lines, and as well as tried to do some scenario planning. Talking about these forecasting techniques, to build our forecast, we applied an approach using these three different techniques. So. Tableau has a built-in exponential smoothing a feature which we use as our baseline model. This was basically ideal for projecting revenue and operating income, given that the Costco has consistent historical growth. Next is the linear regression trend lines. This is a secondary measure to validate the long growth trajectory, as well as the research that was suggested it's effective at smoothing irregularities and produces clear results that we are able to visualize. And then for to account for external uncertainties, we also developed the third scenario, which is based on the base case, that assumes 6 to 8% annual revenue growth, and then the best case, which models 9 to 10% growth, which could also be driven by membership fee increase or faster international expansion. And our worst case scenario considers like a very conservative approach that has takes into consideration political and economic slowdown, which can peg down the growth to a more conservative 4 to 5%. Now, um, going to the next slide. How does the revenue look like for Costco, considering its historical performance, and then doing some regression forecast on top of it. So for year 2025 and 2026, 2025, the revenue was 272 to 276 billion dollars, and then for year 2026, 290 to 300 billion dollars. That's the projection. And 2027 and beyond, if the trend goes the same way, it might cross a $310 billion. The way the revenue that we are projecting is gonna reach a good $310 billion if the trends that we have plotted, they hold true. And but this is just a regression, and this analysis is insulated from the macroeconomic shifts if they happen in the market. And this basically is assuming that the recurring membership revenue comes every single year. Now, talking about the next slide. Uh, um, Sorry, the Kian is going to take from here for the profitability outlook.
Yeah. Hello everyone. This is Kian. So I will share more about the profitability outlook here. So overall, the operating income expected to raise for the fiscal year 2025 will be almost 10 billion. So we can see from the right side this parts. Since like 2021, the operating net income is growing like stably like year by year at a very healthy growth rate till 2025. And then we forecast the fiscal year 2027, the operating and net income will increase to 11.5 billion. And the net income forecast for the next 2 years, which is like 2026 and 2027, um, is 8.7 to 9.2 billion. But due to the economy uncertainty, the overall macro environment, we figure out that like inflation may be a big problem for the net income in the future years, and the labor cost increase also will make a huge impact on the margins, also the fuel costs. So these three factors are the most important thing for Costco to keep monitoring as the macro environment is changing. And these slides, I want to talk a little bit about the cash flow outlook. So overall, the operating cash flow projected at 14 to 16 billion over the next 2 years. Historically, we can see the free cash flow and the operating cash flow. It has experienced like a huge swing back. Like after 2021, because of the COVID 2020 and 2021, it dropped down dramatically and then get back to the normal pace. And for fiscal year 2024 and 2025, it grow like super fast. And we are forecasting like the growth rate will like keep increasing because the earnings per share we from our research in the market it will keep like growing because Costco has a very healthy business and a large group of the members and keep delivering the real value to the members and its membership amount also increasing. So we can see this trend. And a strong cash flow supports the expansion and enhances the resilience during the upcoming economic like uncertainty. And this slides, I will analyze more about recent external uncertainties. So the potential external risk factors would be one, the macroeconomic pressure, high interest rates and the inflation influence household spending. Um, and will reduce the demand for large discretionary items. So for part of the category, Costco supply will be affected. And the third thing would be the economic uncertainty generally weakens the retail performance. This this from like our research part. And in terms of the competitive dynamics, the largest competitor will be the Amazon and the Walmart. Amazon acquired like a Whole Food to keep growing into the grocery and keep increasing the household spending in that category. And Walmart like always provide cheaper product and it's not like a membership model. So the intense competition in retail compress margin even when demand remains stable. And third part would be the supply chain vulnerability. So the global supply chain also face like uncertainty because of the geopolitical risk and transportation congestion and labor shortage. This will raise the cost and affect inventory availability. So for international expansion and risk, the biggest part is the currency. When we say global expansion, the currency also is definitely the number one thing to consider. Because internally, the USD highly inflation. Externally, not sure, but really depends on which country Costco is entering in. A good strategy for them is to plan ahead and find some way to de-risk. And the final part will be the dependency on membership revenue. So membership fees contribute significantly to Costco operating income. Um, if the renewals like drop, it will dramatically uh, hurt the Costco overall cash flow and revenue performance. And this part, I talk about the AI role in financial forecasting. The number one is the supportive capabilities. It identifies patterns and summarize complex financial trends, which used to take several months to finish before the AI era. And nowadays, the agent can assist with scenario generation and handling large data sets. Also, we are facing the labor shortage, so AI could help a lot. And second part will be the researching side, improved forecast precision with complex data. And models rely on historical data and may miss sudden structure changes. That's the hurdle. So the third one is the best practice. AI tools such as Tableau, forecasting, and generative AI assistants work best as complements, but not substitutes. It basically just scale people's ability and copilot with the daily job. So it'd be better to combining the AI outputs with expert judgment delivers the most reliable forecast. So the conclusion, first one is it's a strong, scalable model. So stable performance driven by high membership retention and disciplined cost management. And the ongoing global expansion reinforces the long-term growth potential. It's very important to Costco. And the in terms of the forecasted like growth, Tableau models project like continue increases in revenue and profitability. And from the historical trend, we can see a strong evidence to support that scenario. But challenge and consideration is macro economic uncertainty, inflation, and competitive pressure may impact performance. And also, AI enhanced forecasting is valuable but requires human judgment and a contextual insight. The overall outlook, Costco still remains well positioned for sustained financial strength and future growth. Here's the team member contribution. So Adam basically doing all the typo analysis and the report writing. Um, and Amanda write a brief bio mentioning their background, their area of expertise, Chanxing doing this PowerPoint slides, and Kian write a brief bio mentioning the background and help with different parts. Here's a reference for you to review. And thank you. Thanks for watching. That's it.